She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate, she does!
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen. And it's all come down to this. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Sliding in under the rope. She's back in the ring.
Sidewalk slam.
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification. Victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade. Oh. Knew what Valkyria had coming. Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight.
Hey, don't come over here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll stop him.
Jax with the irresistible offense.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth, and Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career.
In the corner now, she doesn't want to stay there.
Nia showing how much damage she can withstand before dishing out some of her own punishment.
But Nia has the push. Now the window's open.
Oh, yeah, she is really getting fired up. Oh, a numbing blow to the chest.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria.
Muscled all the way up and
now it's all Nia.
2. And she got it. Nia Jax is Queen of the Ring.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
that was incredible.
Nia Jax is the Queen of the Ring. Quite an emotional moment for Jax, who returned to WWE just 8 months ago.
Jax was away from WWE for quite some time. She did some serious soul searching, but she found herself. She found her footing, and now Nia Jax has found the Queen of the Ring crown.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to...
It's a miracle Austin survived. Being rolled over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Cover here. And pops the shoulder up.
Too early for that pin attempt. Getting out of harm's way.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run with a Stone Cold like Rikishi.
Transition right into the pin. Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
Down on the windpipe.
Fast thinking saved him there.
Uh-oh, look at what they're going to do. Oh, right to the face.
Right to the back of the neck.
And again.
Enough.
Double axe handle. Oof. And any one of those shots could take you out for good. Headed back into the ring. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
He's looking to unload on his opponent with that kendo stick.
Oh, what a hip toss.
I've seen Saxon thrown out of a few local bars like that before.
Please don't remind me, Corey.
Bang! He finds a counter. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at the pin attempt here.
Now Austin's still alive. Showing his determination there with that kick out.
From the middle rope. Oh, splash! Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Could be thinking of high-risk offense here.
From the top. Time down. Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice.
And though The Rock wants nothing, he's got him down for the pin here. Getting the shoulder up before two.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt. Bam!
Great awareness from Austin. The rattlesnake's being picked apart.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Oh, tossed it.
And here's the cover.
Not even at one count there.
That pin attempt might have been a tad premature.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Able to slip out of that one.
We talk so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, right into the pin.
Two, kicks out.
How in the world did he kick out?
And avoids taking any damage.
Bulldog.
You can tell he's looking to end this here.
Boom. Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. And what's he looking for here?
And of course, kendo sticks are always under the ring in the event of any rogue ninja attacks. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Oh, the reversal by Rikishi.
Insult to your injury.
Austin had that one scouted.
And stayed one step ahead.
Drives a foot into the stomach. Right across the throat.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi! Driver. That's it. Austin is out.
Two. Oh, he gets the shoulder up before three.
Unbelievable tenacity on display from Stone Cold. Austin simply refuses to quit. He's on the 3 count here.
He wasted no time kicking out there.
We're well into the match, and he's still... Austin Stone!
Rikishi is down. It could be over. Cover. And a kick out. What on earth?
I'm absolutely stunned. A display of near superhuman
After seeing that, it's hard to imagine what it's going to take.
The pin. It's all or nothing time. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve
I'm sure you will agree with your wife.
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that. Stone Cold avoids the attack. Ooh, clothesline delivered.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring. Steve Austin planted one there. Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective. Stomping down. Yeah, Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason why they were Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting. That was a showing of control and aggression, something they'll want to keep up. What a barrage of stomps.
The stomp in every single part of his body, right to the chest.
And Stone Cold can't find a way off the blocks.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to us.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture, and that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble. Going right into the pin attempt.
Two. Got it. No, just a two.
He just won't give up.
Big shot taken. That one's going to leave a well.
Nice job dodging contact there.
Hey, looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi.
Rikishi driver.
Oh, no. He is donning the crimson mask.
What a callous attack. Somehow he kicked out.
What a kick out by Austin. You can never count the rattlesnake out.
Everything possible was done to win there, but it just fell short. And Austin fends.
Austin,
stop! Rikishi is down. It could be over. Going for the pin. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
I'm sure you will agree with your wife.
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the shelf for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
Headed to the outside.
But for what reason?
Clothesline. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Rikishi finds his target with that one. Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble. That's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it.
Steering clear there.
Taking things back into the ring.
Austin just looking to humiliate his opponent.
This is how a real superstar conducts himself.
Heading to ringside now.
Ooh, brutal forearm.
And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that Blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride throughout without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success. Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi. And do you hear this capacity? Crowd, they want more from Stone Cold. All but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. Oof.
Oh, God. And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
DDT.
Attack to the stomach.
Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. That's if Rikishi even has a damn heart.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
Oh, colliding with a barricade. Ooh, oh, man. Oh. He slammed his face right into the barricade. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer, all a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
He gets back into the ring.
Stone Cold not even a little close to backing down here.
Caught that. It reversed it.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago.
Scooped up. Here it comes. Rikishi. Driver.
Rikishi got all of it.
Quickly transition. Shoulders are down.
Uh-oh.
He kicks out somehow.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone Cold.
And you can sense the desperation mounting as that last move couldn't finish things.
Oh, from the rope.
There has been a lot of vitriol coming from fans toward Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
Clothesline.
They'll take things into the ring.
And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
He's thinking the steel chair is just what he needs to wreak some havoc here.
Getting set up in the corner now.
And Rikishi with a counter.
Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi's right.
And would you look at that? He's been busted wide open.
This is not.
Rikishi summoned the fangs, the Rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this match, Rikishi!
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family. Whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle, Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
The past doesn't matter. Here's where...
Here we go with the...